I think Bill. All right, kids, stop. Are you gonna please rise? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which standing one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
Councilwoman Hayner? Here. Councilman Kitchen? Councilman Secreto? Councilman Van Cleek?
Yes.
Supervisor Quigley?
Here. Before we proceed with the agenda, we have a special guest tonight. Senator Michelle Hitchens is here. I invite her to the front to speak to us.
It's a pleasure. Oh, that is a lot louder. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you tonight. And thank you so much for the invitation for joining today. Many may know, you may or may not know, that what was it, Supervisor, 2 years ago when we got your call on this issue? About 2 years ago, we got a call from Supervisor Quigley asking for help in changing the designation of the town of Ulster from a second-class city to a first-class city. And I'll tell you, that sent off a lot of research, both in our office on what that even means, how you become a second-class city, the differences, even the council, when we started talking about it, once we did the research, understood it. And when we started talking about it with our council in Albany and both our leadership and council, our lawyers, other people had to research it, understand the details, and it was really a fascinating history lesson, all spurred by your town. So thank you. But one of the great things about public service in government is when every branch of government can work together. And that's the reason why we're here and why I ran for office, was to be able to help and uplift the issues of communities just like the town of Ulster. And I'm proud that after a lot of work and negotiation and education on why this was an important issue, I wanted to come and present officially that the governor has signed our bill to officially declare the town of Ulster a first-class town. So congratulations to everybody. Big changes. I won't take that one, but thank you. Congratulations. I want to present this to Supervisor, to you. It is now official.
All right. Thanks for your help. Yes. Thank you very much. That's even the memorial pen.
This is a pen.
This is official.
This is official. Governor's signature, a copy of our bill, and the official pen with the bill.
Yeah. I always thought the town of Ulster was a first-class town until we started doing the research, and now this verifies that we are, in fact, a first-class town. So thank you very much. Put this around in your office so that everyone knows who we are. Thank you very much. From the board, any additions or changes to the agenda? No. Public discussion on agenda items. Any members of the public here tonight who wish to speak on items that are on our agenda? Thank you. We have here tonight presented to the board now board meeting minutes for the workshop meeting November 2nd and the town board meeting of November 16th.
I'll make a motion.
We got a first and a second. Any discussion on the minutes?
For both.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are adopted. Maybe announcements?
I have two announcements this evening. The first one is a letter received on November 28th. Greetings, James Quigley, Ulster Supervisor. I am asking as a new resident to connect to the Spring Lake Water District. I noticed not far from me, some of the residents have town water. Some of us live alone. Some of us are subject to the wrath of companies that carry salt because my salt brine can only take solar salt. There are so many reasons not to depend on monopolies for salt brines. It's like dealing with gangsters. As a resident, I feel I have as much right to town water as the rest of the neighborhood. Thank you, Heidi Schwartz, 49 Hillside Terrace. Second is an email received today by Deputy Town Clerk Melanie Riker. Dawn DeLuca, a town resident, would like to extend her gratitude and say thank you to both the water and highway departments. She had some flooding and was very pleased with the help she received along with their quick response time. That concludes communications.
Good job there. We have reviewed the controller's abstract, and I recommend that we accept it and make a motion. Discussion? No. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Abstract is approved. Budget transfer. We have a list in our packet of budget transfers, which happen typically here at the end of the year. They amount to a total of a lot. It's over $500,000 worth of transfers that we're moving around from different line items. They are listed. Thank you to our new Comptroller Tashka for doing a good job of working this, and make a recommendation that those transfers be approved. So I make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
None.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Budget transfers are approved. The last item in this section of the agenda is a response to prior public comment. While I was away for 3 meetings, Ms. Murphy had a series of questions of the town board in reference to the seeker approval and the approval process for the planning board in the town. The Deputy Supervisor, Dan Fleet, and myself, and Warren Cluck, building inspector, talked about it. There is no 5-minute chance. So we have recorded Ms. Murphy a half hour with the planning consultant, myself, and Mr. Hunt tomorrow to go through the project approval process, to take her from the start to the finish of a project. So that's what I want to report to you in relation to the questions that you have. Present it to the board and see. We have a public hearing at 7:10. Before that, I will take the opportunity to recognize Councilman Kitchen for his 16 years of service to the town as a town board member and presenting the 2023 Service Award. Eric Kitchen is grateful recognition 2 years of dedicated service from 1/1/08, 12/31/23 on behalf of the town council. We thank on behalf of the town of Ulster, we present this to you. Good luck. Have a motion to open the public hearing for the request by I-Park 87 to include certain parts within the East Campus to be designated by the town of Ulster as part of the redevelopment overlay district.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The town board is open to public hearing for public comment from anyone tonight who wishes to make a statement in reference to the town's action of designating the parcels that are listed in the resolution as part of the overlay district at text to the iPad.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. George, I'm apologizing to you for making you come all the way over from Stamford, Connecticut. Have a safe drive home. Under new business. First item is the presentation and acceptance of the town clerk's monthly report for the month of November 2023. Is there anything in the report you wish to call to our attention? I have a motion to accept the town clerk's report.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is a motion, presentation and acceptance of the supervisor's monthly report for the month of November 2023. This reflects in the report approximately $20 million of cash on hand and the financial trend that's undetermined as we close out the book at the end of December. I have a motion to accept the supervisor's report.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on our agenda is the motion to authorize the supervisor to sign the Ulster County Probation Department Community Service Agreement. This agreement came across my desk the other day, and it was a new agreement. I haven't seen one like this in a while. So our office called the probation department and were advised that there is a new individual at the probation department who was reviewing the files and found that there's no document establishing a relationship between the probation department and the town covering probation subjects who come to the town every Tuesday to pick up trash along the side of the road or come down during the summer to help out in the park. This is an agreement between the town and the Ulster County Probation Department to memorialize that relationship for the 2024 calendar year. Can I have a motion to authorize the thing?
I'll make it.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is carried. Mr. Berardi. Next item is the right to explain for the people here tonight and the board's what we're talking about?
Good evening. Last meeting, I believe, the board approved the grant application or the acceptance of the grant that was awarded to us through New York State. Live scan system is a fingerprint system. We utilize it for arrestees. All fingerprints are entered into electronic database that are submitted to DCGS. So that's what this system will do. The current system is approximately 11 years old. It's past its useful life. And this system will be faster and more efficient in order to process criminal arrests.
In addition, the system integrates with New World, which is a county-wide database for
Records management.
maintained by Ulster County Sheriff's Department. I add motion to authorize. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item is yours also.
Motion authorized the purchasing of Lexipol public safety software for the police department through Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing for an amount not to exceed $48,000. This is an online policy and procedure manual that will replace our current manual that we've been using for probably 25 plus years. That's been derived of policies that the Ulster Police Department has been operating under. We have been successful in maintaining and achieving New York State accreditation with our current manual, but with the ever increasing changes in law and procedures that are set forth throughout New York State as well as our country, this manual will make it a lot more efficient and effective in updating our current policy manual.
In addition, our insurance company highly encourages us to undertake this step, because when we are sued, the first thing we are usually asked to do is produce our policy. Producing a standard set of policies for this system is much easier and they're much more confident in the quality of the policies that are produced. I have a motion.
Well, just a comment, and I think what's important is one of the things you mentioned in the presentation was that this will not only upgrade our policy manual, but when changes are made, it gets pushed out to the staff through email or something so that constantly they are receiving updates to the manual, right?
Yes, obviously the Lexipol staff will receive updates or executive orders or law that has changed throughout New York State. And they will submit the changes in our policy, send us the proof of it, and then we will either approve the proof, which gets sent out to every desktop and laptop that the police department has access to, or we can deny it if we don't feel that it meets our needs.
That's what's so live about this. I'll make a motion that we accept it.
I'll
second
that. Any discussion, further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Yes, no.
Yes. Motion to authorize the supervisor to sign the DBI task force agreement for the period of January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024. This is the grant that we received through the Stop DBI program, which is administered by Ulster County Probation. This covers the entire 2024 calendar year, which gives us additional funding to provide extra patrols for strictly DBI enforcement. This is a separate from the grant that we received that was authorized last board meeting, as that grant was for high intensity, was for specific time periods, mostly holidays and known increase in driving while intoxicated time periods.
Motion.
I'll make it.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
You getting tired of hearing me yet?
One more.
This is your last one.
Motion to authorize the police chief to sign an agreement for licensed professional assessment and reporting with Dr. Gerald Fix for the police department for 2024. Dr. Fix is currently our contracted department psychologist. He does all pre-applicant psychological reviews that we hire. Just to let everybody know, the Professional Policing Standards Act, which was adopted in October 2021 by executive order, now requires all police applicants to submit to a psychological exam. So Dr. Gerald Fix administers those exams and submits his report to us giving us an okay or some, denies the applicant should they have anything in their background.
Fix has been providing the service to the town for how long?
Before I started.
A long time. So it goes to show you that we have been following these procedures for a very long time.
Yes.
We have a motion to authorize.
I'll make
I'm sorry. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
I'll sit down now.
Next item on our agenda is the motion to authorize the renewal of town business insurance coverage. 2024, the Aaron and Darren Agency Inc. According to the email of November 13, 2023, the analysis and detailed code 2000, October 26, 2023.
I'll make that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is a motion to replace the current supplemental United Healthcare retiree healthcare coverage. This is currently a supplemental plan, Part F to Part C. With United Healthcare Medicare Advantage program effective January 1, 2024. Have a motion?
I'll make it.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is a resolution to establish a capital reserve account under General Municipal Law, Section 16, for the Washington Avenue Sewer District Capital Reserve Account. Have a motion? I'll make it. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is a motion to open bank account for Washington Avenue Sewer District Capital Reserve Account with the bank of Green Account. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, the resolution authorizing the sale of surplus highway equipment to Delta County Resource Recovery Agency in the exchange of town-owned equipment for RRA-owned equipment in accordance with the memo request of Superintendent Pepper. We are essentially selling the RRA two trucks that have been surplus that could have been auctioned off, but are going to a governmental agency here in the Newsom. We are exchanging a surplus street sweeper for an RRA surplus cleaning. Now, we use regularly to process materials to the highway department. May I have a motion to accept the resolution as presented? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Missouri is not here. Before I call for this motion, on Tuesday afternoon, Supervisor's office was advised of a 40-foot washout that was underneath the 24-inch perspective sewer line of the town of Oxford that is located behind the IBM sewer plant right here along the creek. The highway department, along with the sewer department and outside contractors, are undertaking the replacement of the culvert and the materials that supported that pipe that were washed into the Silver Creek during the rainstorm last week. And we hope to be finished with the majority of the work by tomorrow night. Last time I looked out my window, we could see the operation continuing with the lights to the woods. The Mr. Majority has given us a memo requesting that we declare 4 trucks and the sewer department surplus and authorize.
I'll make the motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Next 4 items will be roll call vote. First item is a resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign the agreement, and I stress, sign the agreement for a payment in lieu of taxes agreement by and among the town of Ulster, Burgess at Chambers Housing Development Fund Company, and Burgess at Chambers LP. This replaces a pilot agreement that originated in 2005 and is necessary because the owners are in the process of refinancing and improving the property with the additional proceeds.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Well,
Please.
Councilwoman?
Yes.
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 yes, thank you. The next item is a resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign the agreement for payment in lieu of taxes pilot. Agreement by and among the town of Ulster, Chamber of Senior Housing Development Fund Corporation, and BC Ulster Portfolio LLC. This replaces a pilot agreement signed in 2009. Again, it is because of a change in ownership, a refinancing that is coming up with the intention of making improvements to the project. May I have a motion?
I'll make it.
Second.
Councilwoman Peter?
Yes.
Councilman Kitchen?
Yes.
Councilman Scarrow?
Yes.
Councilman
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Next item, the resolution authorizing the adoption by the town board of the town of Ulster of local law number 4, 2022, and local law entitled zoning amendments pertaining to the redevelopment overlay district at High Point. Do you have a motion?
I'll make it. Second.
Councilwoman Peter?
Yes.
Councilman Kitchen?
Yes.
Scarrow?
Yes.
Councilman
Yes.
Yes, thank you. The next resolution relates to the public hearing that we just concluded. It's a designation of the listed parcels on the East Campus under the redevelopment overlay district of the town of Ulster. I have a motion accepting the resolution as presented.
Second. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. The last item on our agenda under old business is a resolution adopting the 2024 town fee schedule and presented to the town board at the last meeting. May I have a motion?
I'll make it.
Second.
Any discussion on the fee schedule? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our scheduled agenda for tonight. I'm now pleased to open the floor for public comment on any topic that any individual wishes to speak about here tonight.
Laura.
Laura?
Hello. My name is Laura Hartman. I reside at 44 Catskill Avenue, and I'm the chair of townofulstercitizens.org. As you all know, townofulstercitizens.org was awarded an Arbor Day grant, a tree planting grant by Ulster County. The funds for this grant come from the Department of the Environment and Soil and Water. The grant supports municipal tree planting projects that will benefit the community and public. Tree plantings are important and provide many ecosystem services, including repairing and protecting soil, storing carbon dioxide, and aiding in climate change mitigation, providing breathable oxygen, reducing stormwater runoff, reducing waterway erosion and pollution, and protecting and providing food for many wildlife species. Ulster County demonstrates its commitment to this initiative by supplying trees and materials to municipalities or municipal groups selected via the application process. We chose the town parking lot on Fording Place Road and Costanzi Drive to plant the trees. The trees there will benefit the community by adding beauty to the area, providing shade to cars parked there, and by aiding in climate change. We planted 10 trees around 3 sides of the parking lot, 5 eastern redbuds, 2 white dogwoods, 2 tulip poplars, and 1 sycamore. Come spring, it should be really beautiful there. We ended up with more trees than originally granted, so we also planted a white dogwood on Town Hall property, right over there. And they also gave us 4 button bushes for the property along the Esopus Creek on Buckley Street property that the town owns. A project like this takes good partners, so we would like to thank Michelle Gluck from Ulster County Department of the Environment. We have here with us tonight Jake Wiedemeyer and his colleague Travis Ferry from Ulster County Soil and Water Conservation District. They administered the grant and helped us to choose the best trees to plant. They purchased them and they delivered them to us. We also need to say a very big thank you to our highway department, Frank Petromol, for his help with the preparation and planting of the trees, and to his crew, Foreman Chris Kohler, Matt, Jerry, Jason, and Lucas. We had everything planted in less than 3 hours. We're also very grateful for their ongoing support in maintaining the trees to keep them growing and healthy. We also want to recognize the support received for this project from the town supervisor, Jim Quigley, Deputy Supervisor Clayton Van Cleek, and the entire town board. It's rewarding to see what we can accomplish when we all work together, and we look forward to the next tree planting project. Thank you all very much. Oh, no. Okay. Will do. Okay.
I have 2 announcements to make. Is there anybody else here?
Thanks, Laura.
I have 2 announcements. We have at the town board expressed our desire to protect the ridge behind the Hudson Valley Wall that lies to the east of Francis Kyle Boulevard. Came to my attention the other day that 2 parcels up there owned by the developer of the Sam Walmart properties have not had their taxes paid for 3 years and will possibly be included in the Ulster County tax sale for next year. I sent an email to the county indicating that the town is interested in obtaining title to these parcels for environmental purposes. We ask the properties that have been committed to be donated to the town up there so that we can preserve the ridge. We will have to wait until November of next year to see how the county proceeds on this matter. I hope this supports the county for us in the Ulster County legislature with the county government. This is important for preservation of the ridge, which at some point I think it would be appropriate to name after more of us. Second, the supervisor's office is contacted in reference to a training story about the town of Ulster possibly selling water to the town of Strawberry. I put this email out to the town board this morning. I believe it's important for the town residents to understand what is occurring here. In 2016, was asked about water to Old Stage Road, the road that connects the town of Ulster to Glasgow and the town of Strawberry. I recognize that there would be a double benefit to the town of Ulster with the possible water connection to the town of Strawberry. I have mentioned this to Supervisor Costello several times over the past 7 years without receiving a positive or negative response. County engineer Dennis Larios and I have had several discussions on the matter about the engineering required for this project. The town and the village of Saugerties are in a discussion over a modification to the water supply contract being driven by the increase in demand in glass of water. Vernier and Lario for engineers to the town of Saugerties Water Department. As engineers to Saugerties, Mr. Larios mentioned the possibility of an interconnection 2 years ago in the planning board. Given the current situation between the village and the town, a member of the planning board remembered that conversation and mentioned it in the bill. Right? Okay, you mentioned that. Anyway, you read the rest of the story in the newspaper. There have been no discussions with elected officials in town of Saugerties other than my mention of the possibilities of connection on the implementation of a water connection between the town of Holmes and the town of Saugerties. That's where this matter is revised. Those of you who are interested in obtaining water from the town of Ulster Water District, if you paid attention to town board meetings, we have openly welcomed new customers and did everything we could to bring you into the water district. We need to have the facilities to be able to serve you. For example, in 2015, the town initiated a project in the Spring Lake Water District on the hillside terrace street, which is a topic of the letter we sent in earlier in the meeting. We purchased the pipe, the valve, and the fire hydrant, and were to commence construction in the New York County Department of Health denied us a permit to make the connection. And it was because there was inadequate water pressure to serve 2 of the 7 houses on that street. We continually look forward to solutions to problems such as that and look forward to extending the water district in the areas where we can. So if you live close to the district and you have a concern, you wish to be considered for water, please register with the town of Ulster Water Department your concern, and we'll see if we can serve. Any members of the town board have any comments today? This is the last time. You're on. The last time, let's make a motion. Second.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We will see you at the organizational meeting on January 4th, 7 o'clock. Thank you very much.
So, none of the bets working. A little lost.